Sophia spent 3 years working full-time while going to school full-time. She graduated, she paid off every dollar of her student debt and had one plan: grad school. And that was the path she had been told that would get her what she wanted in life. Then her plans came to a halt when she was rejected from grad school to continue this path. So one day she decided to stop playing it safe and to go all in on what she's actually passionate about. So she did. She started creating content for a living, and she was that girl that always had her camera out when she was young, creating iMovies with her friends, and she decided to take it seriously and start her content career halfway through February of 2026. Then March came along and she hit her first $1,000 month. April led to $3,000, and this past May, she made $7,000 from her content business. And now she makes $7,000 per month, and she's continuing to grow month by month, and she just started 3 months ago, which is absolutely crazy.
I made 4 times my hospital income while I was still working there 24 hours a week. I made 4 times that just doing UGC. So I was so happy for the summer. I was able to put in my 2 weeks and I can actually enjoy my summer.
Sophia has a health science background. She's a former competitive figure skater, and she's built a roster of brands including Halara, Cloud9, Javi, No Unity, and her biggest deal to date was a CPM video that paid her $1,000, and she has multiple retainers and a TikTok that blew up along the way. And she always knew that she was meant for something different. She just needed the rejection to finally go find it.
Sometimes happy beginnings are disguised as painful endings. So like in my life, when I was rejected from grad school, that was a very painful ending to that story, but it was like a happy beginning disguised, because obviously my UGC journey has been so happy and I'm so grateful for it.
So in this episode today, Sophia breaks down exactly how she built this from scratch, what her content actually looks like, and how she's already approaching $10,000 months while most people her age are waiting to feel ready. I am Gloria Stonelake. This is Sophia Ledoux, and you're watching UGC World. Welcome, Sophia.
Hello.
Welcome. Give a quick 60-second introduction of yourself. I know I just introduced you, but I want to hear from you. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Sophia. I've been a competitive figure skater since I was little, and I coach. And yeah, I spent the last 4 years of my life almost at college, working part-time on the side as a nursing assistant, and plans of going to grad school to become a PA. I spent every hour studying or working to pay off my tuition, and it came to a stop. I graduated in December and received rejections from all the grad schools that I applied to, and I was kind of left at a weird spot. And so I decided I've always been very passionate about content creation, and I kind of took it as a sign maybe that's not what I was supposed to do. So I did. I went all in on content creation, and yeah, I never looked back.
Wow, that's amazing. And you also started content a while ago, but it wasn't necessarily this kind of content. It was content for fun. Break down how you were kind of a content creator when you were a kid.
Yeah, I started doing YouTube at 10 years old. I would do DIYs. I would do baking in the kitchen. Yeah, all that stuff. And then as I got a little bit older, I did more vlogs, and I would do travel vlogs when I traveled with my family. And then as TikTok came about, I kind of did TikTok day of my lives, TikTok traveling vlogs, makeup routines, all that stuff.
And you have this background with content creation, but it's not the kind of content creation that you're doing now. So do you feel like it helped you to become this content creator you are right now? And do you feel like everybody needs that background to do what you're doing right now?
No, I don't think anyone needs it. I think it did help me because I've always been comfortable on camera and talking to a camera and filming myself, because I know a lot of people do struggle with that at first, but I don't think that you do need to have that type of content creation background.
Sure. Yeah. Everyone starts differently. It seems like you started just with a very strong relationship with the camera, but you don't need it necessarily. I like that mindset. And same time, so you had this background with creating content as a kid. How did you first discover what UGC actually was then?
Yeah, a company approached me The fall of 2024 actually, and they wanted UGC content creation for their company. So I did videos for them while I was a full-time student. I didn't even know it was like what UGC was back then. I just thought that they were paying me to make videos for them. And then I kind of discovered more what UGC was this year actually in February where and then I realized I'd already been doing it this whole time. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to figure it out when you're like, wait, this exists? Wait, I thought I invented this, right? But you're like, no, it exists. And you can make an income from it, which is so cool. So you found UGC that way. Like, what were you doing for a living when you were like starting your official UGC or content creation journey yourself?
Yeah, so I was still working at the hospital part-time, which is 24 hours a week, 12-hour shifts a day. And then I coached figure skating 2 to 3 days a week, maybe like 3 to 4 hours each time. So I was already working like almost full-time.
Wow. So you're working full time. Right now, are you working full time? Months later?
I currently am, but in 2 weeks I will be done working.
Really?
With extensive hours, yes.
Wow. So you put in your 2 weeks at the hospital and figure skating?
Figure skating I'm going to continue because it's more of a hobby for me. It's not so much about the money, but I really love like what I do. It's just not a job that I would ever take full time.
Yeah.
No, that's more of a hobby for me on the side. Like I enjoy doing that.
Sure. And then it's like you set in your 2 weeks at the hospital then.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't I know this?
Yeah.
Wow. How does that feel to put 2 weeks in to like the hospital shifts that you mentioned were like draining you and making you like more tired than like super, super tired? Like, how does it feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. Oh my God, my dog. Okay. It feels amazing. Every time I work there, my body just did not agree with it. Like I'd leave there being able to barely walk on my feet. They hurt so bad. And my body, like I was just stress eating the whole day. I eat like double when I work there what I eat on a normal day. Yeah.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
Yeah, it is. And then the days I work there, I wouldn't be able to go work out, lift weights, like what I like to do every single day. So it really just put like a stop in my path, I guess. Like every time I left there, I just was miserable.
That's crazy. And it's so interesting because you had this goal and vision to be a nurse, right?
Yeah, well, it's to be a PA, which is pretty similar, but it's still medical staff. Yeah.
Sure. And you were working at the hospital and you felt drained. And I know there's a lot of women that like love the hospital shifts and things like that. But I know there's a lot of women that don't resonate with it and just did it because people told them that they feel that they feel like they would be good nurses and everything like that. What would you tell like those girls that are maybe suffocating like you were inside the hospital shifts that don't really align with them and what they want in life?
Yeah, I personally got through it because I'm just a people pleaser, and so people told me like that's what you have to do. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll do it. So I kind of just like put my feelings and emotions like outside of the box. Like I just didn't even think about myself really. I was just doing it kind of for other people. But for other girls that would be in a similar position, I would just say like take some time. How do I even word this? Like once I started taking time for myself and not putting myself in those high stress situations, I kind of realized like how much more my body liked being at home and having more of a chill, not even chill. Like my body liked to be in those low cortisol situations where I could eat when I wanted to. I could go for a walk if I wanted to, and I wasn't like stuck to one spot all day.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And what signs were your body giving you that showed you that, hey, this is unhealthy?
Oh yeah, I would have to wake up at 6 a.m., which in the summer is fine, but in the winter when it's pitch black until like 8 o'clock, it was so hard to get up. And then once I got to work, it would be 20, 30 degrees outside, and I'd have to walk 5 minutes to get inside of the building. And that honestly was probably the hardest part of the day. And then I'd get home 7:30, and I'd go to bed and I'd sleep for like 9 hours just to catch up on sleep from the night before. And the night before, like, I worked at the hospital, I would have honestly really bad anxiety, and I just like could not sleep because I was just like anxious about waking up so early. And then yeah, my feet, I got really bad foot problems from working there and just being on my feet all day. So by the time I left, like, I couldn't really walk great.
Wow. That's insane. I didn't know it was that bad. And that's
Yeah, I just
crazy.
pushed through it.
What was that?
I just pushed through it. Like, that's what I have to do. So I just didn't really think about it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's so interesting that you said like the worst part of your day was like walking into the shift, like the 5 minute like walk into the shift you mentioned.
Yeah, and like the 30-degree weather, all bundled up in
Ah,
my coat, and my body was just freezing. It
oh
was
my
not fun.
gosh. Because you're from Michigan, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's probably cold there like
Rough.
more 6 months of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Fellow Minnesotan here, I feel that we're not far off from each other. But yeah, so total Sophia, like so you went through this journey of working a job, discovering UGC, realizing, hey, that job that gave you anxiety and stress, put stress in your mind, but also on your body, it wasn't for you. And you realized that maybe this content thing could help you. Like, with that being said, are like, how long have you been in the UGC space total?
Um, since like I started like more full time, like seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah. I started well, I joined the academy halfway through February, but then I really started, I'd say, in the beginning of March, like seriously.
sure. And what helped you, what pushed you to take it super seriously, like 2 weeks after you started?
Oh yeah, a couple things. I joined the program, which really kind of put some fire under my butt because I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it seriously. My boyfriend was encouraging me too. He really thought I should try to make like a career out of it because he saw many other successful people online, and he's like, there's no reason why you can't do this. You already do it anyways. Like, you should just try. And yeah, I've always loved content creation. So I was like, you know what? Like, maybe this is a sign, my rejection from grad school, that this is what I'm meant to do. So, you know, worst case scenario, in a year from now, if it doesn't work out, I'll find another path. But I think I owe it to myself to give it my all and see if it's something that I could really do.
Mm, I like that fire underneath you, that healthy fire. It's like when people feel a fire, they feel anxious and stressed, but you can cultivate that fire to be like healthy. And it seems like it
Mhm.
really paid off for you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. And it takes a certain type of person to chisel their way to success, especially with a business like this. Like, why do you feel like this version of yourself succeeded with UGC versus maybe a past version of yourself or other people, and why they don't succeed with this business?
Yeah, I think my personality, I'm the opposite of lazy. So I like can't just sit around. Like, I could have taken my rejection from grad school a lot like harder. Obviously, it was really hard for me, but I kind of turned it around. I'm like, okay, well, let me put as much effort into something else. So, oh, you said the difference of people. Yeah. So I'm willing to wake up and start working right away. I'm willing to work up until the point where I go to bed. Like, I'm willing to be at the gym on my phone working. So if you're willing to put in the effort, I think that's what separates people.
I like it. Putting in the effort and also understanding that there's no plan B. If you just make
Hmm.
it plan A, like you did, Sophia, and you beautifully said, like, you're going to succeed if you have that work ethic. And that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you like picked up your phone and like started UGC, like actually started creating your first couple videos, what were those first like attempts like for you?
Actually, like product UGC, they were not the best. I look at them now and I'm like, "Oh, okay," but everyone starts somewhere and you do have to start. The first step is by making that first, even if it's not for a brand, it's just for your portfolio, for an example, you do have to just take that step, take the product and try to make a video out of it. Otherwise, you're not going to that's the first step you have to take.
Absolutely. And I suppose like the first couple of videos are not easy to look at or post when we have to post that. And there's something called the cringe phase. And I want to ask you, did you go through that cringe phase? And if you did, how did you get through it at the beginning?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but I think what really helped was I had like supportive people by my side, like in the academy, we were all supporting each other, and my boyfriend was supporting me too. And I also didn't tell my family or friends about it.
Oh,
So,
really?
because
Why
those are the
not?
people that I feel like judge you the most. And also it's more heart to heart because you know them personally. So I did not tell anyone about my UGC TikTok or Instagram. I just started creating content and let it get better without any harsh input.
Absolutely. And I know Mel Robbins talks about this. She's like, your social media is not for your
Yeah.
family or your friends. It's for you.
No, like actually.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, at the beginning, it's not easy to start a business for anybody. Like nobody, it's not easy. You have to go through the tough times. You have to go through the trials and tribulations as everybody has. What were your top maybe couple, three maybe, like tribulations and trials you went through as a creator at the beginning, besides like you not really liking your first couple UDC videos?
Yeah, I think a hard part was finding clients. So the trial and error is like sending out emails. Actually, my first month, my email got shut down because it was like marked as spam. So that was a big thing because I had sent out so many emails to brands, and then it just got completely shut down. So I was not able to hear back from any of those brands. So that was one. And then after that, I purchased a domain and did a separate emailing system that was not going to be as like mass produced. That would be one. Another thing would hard. Maybe like the editing, because different companies want different kinds of editing, and sometimes it takes like trial and error. Like you send them a video and they're like, no, I wanted this instead. So you kind of have to ask a lot of questions before you make the content, one, and also edit it. Because I've had to redo a lot of content because it's not what they wanted, but I didn't ask what they wanted in the first place.
And those are probably common, like those are common struggles that beginners go through. And they're just technical and everything, but how have systems that you implemented into your business actually helped you like solve these problems and streamline your business moving forward?
Yeah, I have a list of questions. Normally, I will ask them before I create the content. And also, I will ask them for an example. Like, do you have an example video that you want me to kind of replicate? Because that always helps a lot.
Absolutely. I agree with that. So, I mean, with that being said, what was your first like brand relationship or brand collab that was paid like walk me through the beginning to the end. What kind of brand was it? How did it go so far? And how much money did you make? Like walk me through that. Like I'm a beginner because I know there's beginners listening to this wondering like what is UGC? What is it like?
Yeah. The easiest way would probably be to start SideShift because there's like millions of job listings on there. So I did start on SideShift and I found the company and it was an education app. So I paired with them through SideShift and we kind of emailed back and forth and I started a CPM campaign for them. So I would post a video every single day. They would send out inspiration videos, we'd replicate them, send them back for approval, and then we'd post on our account and then we got paid per video. So that partnership lasted me about a month because they just shut down the campaign. Like it wasn't anything personal. I think I made like maybe $400 off that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool, especially as a beginner creator, making $400 from a single brand collab. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're on SideShift, there's just so many. They're pretty easy to get. So if you're interested, really just go to SideShift and there's like tons of companies willing to take you and help you. And it is a learning experience along the way, which is good in itself. Not only is it paid, but also you're learning how to do content creation and how to edit and stuff like that.
That's very cool. And you personally, for your own business, Sophia, what brands have you worked with? What were your like top 3 companies that you've worked with so far that you've loved?
Yeah, I worked with Cloud9. I loved working with them. And then I also worked with Coop Pillows. I loved them. And I also got free products for them. So I have my 2 pillows. I use them every single night. What else? I did really like working with Halara as well because their clothes are really nice. So
Absolutely. And if you can list like publicly, why should brands like, how would you describe your services, your specialty, your niche, and why brands should like choose you?
um, my specialty, I would say a little bit of products and then a little bit of tech. I do a lot of tech UGC. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Why should brands choose you? Like, what is unique about Sophia?
Oh, yeah. I'm unique because of my background. I have a background in health science and figure skating. So I have like kind of a more bubbly personality and I'm willing to, put in the work.
Absolutely. So, can you list any specific results, especially for even Cloud9 clothing? Like you said, you love that. That was number 1 for you. Cloud9 clothing, you're with us, with the UGC World Agency, working with us. First of all, how has your like even term with us working with the UGC World Agency, how has that been going so far for you?
Yeah, it was going really good. I started with them about 2 months ago, I would say. The campaign did just end. But in those 2 months, I really grew my platform. I had one video with, I think it's at 1.8 million now.
Wow.
Another one with 400K and another one with like about 100K. So within 2 months, my videos like really skyrocketed.
Absolutely. And these are views, right?
Yeah, views.
And then you got paid per view.
Yes.
Absolutely. So for this whole campaign with Cloud9 Clothing with our UGC World Agency, how much did you make so far from Cloud9, this one company working with us?
Here, let me check my numbers really quick.
Do you know ballpark on top of your head?
Probably around 3 grand.
Wow. So 3 grand across 2 months.
Yeah.
Wow. How does that
just
feel
one
to make
company.
that?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah. How does it feel to make that just from one company in a span of like a few months?
Oh yeah, it felt great. It really like boosted my UGC ego because sometimes it's kind of hard. Like you almost feel like you're like, what is that one saying? It's like not the outsider, but you know what I'm talking about? Like a outlier. I forgot. Like the one like syndrome, like imposter. Oh, I think it's imposter syndrome. Yeah. So I kind of like felt a little bit like imposter syndrome. Like I'm not this big UGC creator because I was still in the beginning. And then once I kind of saw that deal like blow up, I was like, wow, like my perspective of money really changed because yeah, I made $1,000 off of a single video, which is equivalent to like 5 12-hour shifts at the hospital, which I know you're not supposed to compare your income in the beginning, but once I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, like 5 shifts for one video that took me like 10 minutes to make.
Absolutely. And that's so inspiring because you mentioned, first of all, that's multiple shifts at the hospital. And also you probably got that money abundance frequency. Like, how does it feel to be abundant about money now?
Oh yeah, it feels great. I'm personally saving up a lot of pretty much all my money because I'm going to be moving out soon. So I've been saving it up for my future apartment. And yeah, I save my money. I'm I'm not a spender. Because I just, there's a lot of things in life. I need to buy a house one day. I need to pay for my wedding. I need to move out. So I save my money for that. And it just makes me feel more at peace that I'm not like, even actually right now, even when I went out to brunch with my friend yesterday, back in January, I would be flipping out over a $20 breakfast. But now I'm like, oh, that's just like 2 6-second TikTok videos. So
Yeah.
it's so like peaceful to just not have to stress over money so much. Because I was really bad at stressing over money. Like I would never let myself just like go buy a coffee at Starbucks or go buy any clothes, like anything. I didn't let myself buy anything. So it's very peaceful.
Wow, that's super inspiring. And what else has changed in your life after you unlocked this money energy and money frequency and money abundance with your business?
Yeah, I finally was able to put in my 2 weeks. Well, okay, little like, I don't know if you want to include, because I didn't technically put in 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks I'm contingent, which is only like 2 shifts a month. So
Yeah, that counts.
Okay, so just say quit my job then.
Yeah, you can say 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, once I saw, like last month I made 4 times my hospital income while I was still working there 24 hours a week. I made 4 times that just doing UGC. So I was so happy for the summer. I was able to put in my 2 weeks and I can actually enjoy my summer. And what I really love about doing UGC is I can wake up and I can work for 3 hours. I can head to the beach with my friends, have a great day, come back, work some more, and I still made money that day. And I still am like happy and living my life. Yeah, I think the work-life balance is amazing.
That's absolutely like wonderful. And that's the point, is to have a
Yeah.
life full of creative freedom and that's free.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it seems like a lot has changed in your life, which is wonderful, and you
Mhm.
feel more free. Would you recommend this to other girls maybe stuck in their job, feeling drained and anxious from their work?
Oh yeah, I would say just give it a try because really anyone can do it. All you need is a phone and like some work ethic. That's really all you need. Yeah, it has changed my life completely since where I started 3 months ago and now I'm a totally different person for the best. Yeah, I think anyone can do it. You just have to, have a little bit of confidence in yourself because sometimes it can get hard, but anyone can do it, I think.
That's so cool. And that's a great way to put it. Like anyone can do it. Just get that work ethic. You need that work ethic to actually move things forward, which is
Mm-hmm.
amazing. So with that being said, like walk us through like a full day in the life of Sophia. Like a normal like Tuesday. Like today's Tuesday, a typical Tuesday as a full-time UGC creator, or like maybe a Monday, since you're like exiting work, whatever day you're not working at the hospital. Walk us through a full day of what that looks like as a UGC creator.
Okay. Well, Saturdays is my favorite day. So I start off and I wake up and I'm currently doing like 4 CPM deals. So I wake up and I make my first 2 posts. And then I watch my show for a little bit, drink my coffee, have a little slow, peaceful morning. And then I get ready to go to the gym. I make 2 more posts. I head to the gym. I do like an hour at the gym. I come home. I make my food. I work some more. While I'm at the gym, I'm planning what I need to do for content creation. So then when I get home, I'll do, like if I have any bigger videos to film, I'll do that. I kind of split right now half between CPM videos and then also like bigger videos. So I do those 2. And then I end the night off having dinner with my friends. That is my
Wow.
perfect day.
That's amazing. And what would past Sophia think about that perfect day where she's not doing
Oh,
UDC?
well, if you asked me 4 months ago what maybe 5 months ago what I was doing on a Saturday, I would work every Saturday, Sunday, 12-hour shifts at the hospital, and I went to dinner with my friends like once a year. So now I've been doing this every Saturday, and it is so much fun. I love it.
Wow, that's amazing. And what do your friends think of you doing this? Like, is there any energy in the air? Like, what do you think?
Oh, they think it's so cool. They're jealous of me for sure because I always have so much like PR I give to them. Like I worked with a gum company the other day and I'm just handing out my gum to everyone. Like they do love it. So
That's
I'm
amazing.
grateful. At first though, I do think that they were kind of like, I don't know if you could actually make like a full-time, because I mean, we're all taught that. We're all taught like you have to do a 9 to 5 to make money. So I think at first they did like doubt it a little bit, but now they see, I mean, I don't really tell people how much I'm making, but they can tell like I'm picking up a lot of clients. So now they are definitely supportive of me. They think it's really cool.
Yeah, I like that. Like, why not?
Hmm.
And like a lot of people are scared of what their friends think or family thinks of them, like starting
Hmm.
something new because the system teaches us, as you mentioned, Sophia,
Sure.
it's doing this is not traditional. It's not normal. And doing
Hmm.
something like this and making a full-time income from it, it seems like a joke working with your favorite companies on the internet. Come on, to the average person, it seems like a joke. So what would you
Yeah.
tell that person that's struggling with what other people think of them choosing this career path over maybe what their parents told them to do?
Yeah. Me personally, I just kept it to myself. Like, if they don't need to know, if you don't want them to know, they don't need to know. Because I personally, I didn't even really tell my parents that I'm doing UGC. So if it doesn't affect them, sometimes you don't need to tell them. And especially if it's for your own peace of mind, just to get your feet on the ground and start running. Kind of like in the beginning when I was doing UGC, like it seems a little bit crazy, but I just didn't really tell anyone. And I just had the support of people online like telling me like go, like you're doing really good. And then I got my feet on the ground and I started running, and now I'm really confident in what I do.
Absolutely. I love that. And I like the how you said like you have complete respect for your parents, but at the end of the day, they don't need to know. It's your life, your decisions, your money that you're making. Why on earth
Yeah.
is it their business?
Yeah, it's
Out of
true.
respect. um, yeah, I like that. And with that being said, what was the like top couple strategies and systems that you implemented into your business to actually hit these milestones? $7,000 in a freaking month. You mentioned with UGC, which is amazing. Um, how actually? Wait, pause. Did you mention that you made $7,000 a month, or did you only put that in a podcast form? Did
I
you
don't
mention that
know.
already in this podcast?
I don't think so, actually.
Okay, let me backtrack before I ask that question.
Okay.
Get that out first because I know this stuff, but the audience doesn't.
Yes, for sure.
Let me ask you this: what was the top month you've made with UGC so far since you started months ago?
Yeah, yesterday was June 1st, so I added up all my numbers, and I my goal was 5, which I thought was a little crazy, but I actually did 7K. My
Wow,
biggest month yet. Yeah.
that's insane. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels amazing because I just know that that was while I was still working 30 hours a week. So if I'm not working 30 hours a week in person, I can put so much more time and energy and effort into doing UGC, and I know I can just like double that number like that.
Very interesting. A lot of people think that they're working jobs and they're in school, and you're kind of doing all of the above, and you're still making this work. What would you tell people that say they don't have time?
I don't think that's true. I think you can make time. I think you can organize your time better. Like, I know since I'm really busy, I have to keep like track of everything I do. I always have a to-do list. And per like client, I break down what I need to do for them. So going into a week, I know exactly what I need to do, exactly what free time I have. Like if you are working a 9 to 5, you're gonna have to either wake up earlier or go to like stay up after work and make content, but it's not impossible. Like if you want to do it, you can work your way around it. And if you do work 9 to 5, you have the whole weekend. So,
I like that. Absolutely. It's like the matter of making time because there's so many people also like me. I used to like scroll for hours a day, but I'm like
mhm.
consuming instead of creating with that time.
Yes, yeah,
It's a fact.
for sure. Yeah, you got to look at your screen time. If you don't have time, I would look at your screen time and see how much time you're actually wasting. Especially in
Absolutely.
my like our generation. We waste my friend one time, I was just curious what her TikTok screen time was because she's always saying she doesn't have time to do stuff. She had like 10 hours one day, or maybe not that much, but like 7. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is insane. And it's not like working either. Because I mean, I spend a lot of time on TikTok now too, but I'm working on TikTok. So that's the difference. Like I'm getting paid for it.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's such a great insight. And a lot of people like especially like Sophia, you're 22, right?
Yeah.
a lot of people our age in their early 20s, what they like to do is they like to also like go out there and they want to get like the $20 per hour like serving jobs or like the jobs that are high paying. But you chose a different ball game, right? You're like, no, I'm going to get paid $300 an hour from this my favorite company over here, creating a cute video for it. What would you tell those people that are still kind of fighting for those jobs that are quote unquote high paying?
Yeah, I would just tell them to take a chance on yourself, because the worst that could happen is it doesn't work out. But what if it does work out?
Yeah, that's great. And what would you tell someone who is in the same position you were even 18 months ago? Like, think of yourself 18 months ago. What would you tell yourself? Or what would you tell someone who is in that position?
Yeah, if I could go back 18 months ago and like, talk to myself, I would tell myself that it doesn't need to be this hard. I don't need to be doing that much work to make so little amount of money. I wish I started doing UGC earlier, because it's really flexible and it's really easy.
I like that. And let me think of the next thing. Oh yeah, the question. And you've made like $7,000 from a singular month with UGC. And keep in mind, I remember you texting me and telling me, Gloria, my goal is 5K this month. Oh my gosh, Gloria, I passed it. Boom, we're on a call. Basically, the beginning of June, you're like, wait, I surpassed like 7K. And that's crazy. That's a crazy upbringing. What were the top like couple strategies, like tangible strategies and improvements that you made in your business over time to actually achieve this milestone for people who are unfamiliar with this?
I think checking in and getting new clients, like I'm always checking in on like Backstage, my emails. Oh, my dog is going nuts. I'm sorry. Okay, she might be good. I'm constantly checking platforms such as like Backstage, Reddit as well. So I'm constantly putting my name out there. I also, like, the second one would be staying very organized. So for those CPM posts, you do have to post daily. So I make sure every day I know what time I'm going to post those videos at. I'm setting timers. Also, like, so I do have busy days sometimes where I can't film. I make sure I batch film ahead of time, so I have those videos ready to go so I don't skip a day, because in those CPM deals, like once you are posting every day, you gain momentum, but if you don't post for a couple of days, you kind of lose that momentum. So the algorithm rewards you for staying on track.
So consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
I like that. And with this whole transformation you've had, you completely changed your life over the past few months with your journey here, which is very inspiring. I'm even inspired. And keep in mind, if you look at how much money you're making from your own business online compared to everybody else that maybe you've went to college with, it might be a completely different story with them and their situation. Some people, like you're making 7K a month, people have to work up to that point in their job for years and years and years. So how does it feel like to be ahead with your own business where you control that income right now as a 22-year-old girl?
Yeah, I actually was talking with my boyfriend about this the other day. I was like, how, like, because he owns a business as well. And I'm like, we really are like the top, like 5% of people our age. And he's like, well, you should put yourself in a bigger room. Don't think about comparing yourself to people your age. Think about other people online. Like, you want to get up to that point. Don't compare yourself to others your age. Like,
Absolutely.
You want to aim for bigger goals.
I like that. Absolutely. Because once you reach the next ceiling, you're just going to be looking up. Because what happens when you start comparing yourself to people below you, or when it comes to just income below you, is that you start to let loose a little bit.
Yeah.
So you want to always look up and look at maybe the other creators in the group that are killing it and being like, oh, she's making this much. Let's start comparing myself to her. So your brain just automatically goes into go mode to reach that next goal.
Yeah. Kind of like always being the youngest person in the room. Like that saying, where you always want to be reaching higher and higher, not just comparing yourself and being about the same as your peers. Absolutely. You want to strive for more.
I like that. I love that. And how important was having mentorship in this transformation?
Oh yeah, a lot because I'm personally a figure skating coach, so I understand like if you're gonna take something seriously, you need to have help. Otherwise, it's just gonna take you like 4 times as long. You're not gonna be doing it right. You're gonna make so many more mistakes. Um, so yeah, I think it's really helped me. I love joining the group calls. I feel like there's always something you can learn. Every group call, at least one outcome, if not many more. But and just having peers that understand you has been really helpful because like personally most of my friends do more 9 to 5 job work, and so it's really hard to relate to them about doing online business. Um what else? Yeah, it's helped that, they've set me up with some deals, which is nice because they kind of do a background check on the company and stuff before they give us the deals. Because I've worked with a lot of companies that try to kind of screw you in the contracts and stuff. So it's nice that they've like set it up for you. Like it kind of hands it to you on a platter. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, and it means the world, like your kind words, it means the world to us, the UGC world, the agency, everything, the program. And how do you feel about the investment you made in your education so far with us?
yeah, I think it's almost kind of like motivated me even more because I'm like, yeah, it was an investment in myself and my education, but now I need to work to make that back because if it was just like a free program, I might not have actually tried. I might have just like watched some videos and then I'm like, seems too hard and went on to the next thing. So I think really taking the investment in myself has helped keep myself accountable. Um, yeah.
I like that. I like that a ton. And what was your biggest doubt before making the commitment into yourself? What would you say to others who like might be dealing with the same struggle?
Um, Wait, could you repeat the question?
What was your biggest doubt before making that commitment when it comes to the investment into yourself as a business owner?
Oh yeah, my biggest doubt was like I could use that money elsewhere. What if I don't make it back? What if it doesn't work? So I did definitely have some doubts.
And how did you get over that yourself?
My boyfriend kind of pushed me to do it because he's like, if you're gonna try to do online business, you need to join like a legitimate like agency, like people who are gonna help you and gonna coach you along the way. Because when he started his business, he didn't join any like agency or coaching for the first year, and he said like I could have really jump started my business and I wasted a whole year. So he's like, if you want to be serious about it and take it seriously, you need to get help with people who know what they're doing.
I like that. And what would you tell that girl that's kind of struggling with the same thing that seems like your boyfriend struggled with, like where they didn't have much faith into investing in themselves?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you got to think about your time as well because you can make back that money so much faster than if you're just like wasting your time for a whole year. Like if I didn't join the academy, I'd say in February, I probably would still be trying to figure out UGC until like the end of the year. Like I don't think I would have jump started my business the way I did. Because you either, how did he word it? He was like, you can either waste a year of your life or you can pay and then, in 2-3 months, you're already rolling the ball, bringing in money. Like it's more about your time. You have to think about the cost of your time because like if I didn't join the agency and I still was spending another 6 months trying to figure it out, like 6 times $7 grand a month, that's 40 grand I could have made by then that I didn't make.
Absolutely. And that's so inspiring for the girls that are a little bit, hesitant in investing, making that investment in themselves and also investing like their time and energy into themselves for their own business. And that's absolutely huge. Last thing for you, Sophia, what's one mindset shift that you had that you would tell anybody new starting off maybe on their entrepreneurship content creation journey?
Mm-hmm. I think you just have to believe in yourself because in the beginning, like it is a little bit slow, but you just have to have faith in yourself that it's going to work out. If you keep putting in the effort, you're going to see the outcome. And another kind of like quote I wanted to mention that really inspired me. I was listening to a podcast a couple weeks ago and it said, let me pull it up. sometimes happy beginnings are disguised as painful endings. So, like in my life, when I was rejected from grad school, I took that was a very painful ending to that story, but it was like a happy beginning disguised, because obviously my UGC journey has been so happy and I'm so grateful for it, but it did take a little bit of pain to start it out. So maybe someone is in a position like that where, you know, they've been rejected or things aren't going their way. Maybe it's disguised as a happy beginning for something else.
Wow, that's a beautiful quote, and that's a beautiful way to put it. And it's obviously blossomed into your life. That rough ending was disguised as that happy beginning
Yeah.
for you, and it got you freaking here, which is amazing. So, Sophia, I'm so happy for you, first of all, on your success, and second of all, for jumping on this podcast, speaking more about your journey, your strategies, your videos, everything. That means the world to me, and probably to every viewer watching this. Sophia, where can people find you on social media to connect?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Sophia Rose UGC, and then I do have YouTube, but yeah, mostly Instagram is the easiest. Sophia Rose UGC.
Awesome. Y'all go follow Sophia on Instagram. Thank you again. You're watching UGC World.